by drive. Alberto Villoldo, the four insights are wisdom teachings long protected by secret societies of earthkeepers, the medicine men and women of the Americas. The ancients used their mastery of the insights to heal disease, eliminate emotional suffering, and grow new bodies that age and die differently. In earlier blog posts, we covered the first insight, the way of the hero, the second insight, the way of the luminous warrior, and the third insight, the way of the seer. To be a sage means that when you look around you, you perceive only beauty. The sage understands that everything they experience is a projection of their inner landscape, or a dream. This means that because we are the creators of each event and incident in our life, nothing ever happens to us. We never need to fix anything in the outer world. If we want to transform some circumstance that appears to be outside of ourselves, we need only to own it and change it within. For the Leica, the world is a screen that we project our movie onto. This doesn't mean that the world isn't real. The world is very real. We simply confuse the image we project with reality, trying to change the action on the screen when what we really need to do is edit the movie or change the script. Once you understand that you can do this whenever you want, you'll forever cease to be a helpless victim or an innocent bystander. If your partner says an angry word to you, you'll heal it within, and while you can't change what is said, you can change your experience of it. When you're no longer disturbed by your partner's words, they will be less motivated to project their unhealed parts onto you. Or if you're late to the airport and miss your flight, you can't change that, but you can heal it inside of yourself, and then everything will turn out as it should. When you know that you're dreaming up everything that's happening, you can then understand that missing your flight is only part of a larger movie you wrote, even if you're unaware that you did, in fact, pen it yourself. Just as you don't remember dreaming during the night, you can also forget that you're visualizing while awake. Over millennia, the Earthkeepers developed practices to help them become conscious during their sleep, thus influencing their experiences in the dreamtime. They also developed methods to help them remember that they're dreaming while awake so that they can direct their waking images with more grace and lucidity. The role of conscious dreaming: we interact with the domain of vibration and light through the practice of conscious dreaming. In Hummingbird, we pray without using words, perhaps seeing the job we want coming through as we visualize abundance. But when we step into Eagle, we don't limit ourselves to the vision of a fancy meal or a beach house to define and control how the prosperity we create manifests. Instead, we let the universe take care of the details. We may want to say a prayer asking God to cure a friend's illness or help us get a job soon, but this is not the practice of conscious dreaming. When we dream from the level of Eagle, we become one with Spirit, a universal stream that's bigger than we are, yet one that we can enter, navigate, and direct to bring forth what we desire. We merge with this river of vibration and light, becoming its tides, and the bursts of orange and yellow that are suns not yet born, but pulsing within us. Then our will and that of Spirit are one, and may thy will be done acquires a new significance. We change our energetic vibration and attract to us and others that which vibrates in a similarly divine manner. An Earthkeeper practices dreaming by allowing her mind to become silent. She can still the waters of her mind so that they perfectly reflect the infinite possibilities that exist. Then she can enter the matrix of creation, where she disappears and only Spirit remains. We, too, can embody prosperity and actually dream it into being. When we become peace, serenity, abundance, and beauty, these will prevail in our lives. If you're wondering what it would be like to dream a better world, don't worry, you've probably already experienced this everyday magic at some point. Maybe you were in such a wonderful mood that you smiled at the clerk at the grocery store and observed her mood lift in response to yours. Or perhaps you were able to calm someone who was fearful by just being present and embodying bravery as you sat next to him and held his hand. When we're at the perspective of Eagle, our effect on the world is very great, even if we're unaware of it. We have much more power than we think. Remember the theory in physics of the butterfly flapping its wings in Beijing and causing a tropical storm in the Indian Ocean? So, while it's impossible to stop the swirling winds of a tropical storm at the literal level, what if we could find that storm when it's still a whisper on the butterfly's wing? We must keep in mind, however, that by preventing a storm in the Indian Ocean, our action might just spark one in the Caribbean instead. So rather than trying to prevent storms, we recognize that they're a part of nature and we exist in harmony with them. From Eagle, we realize that nothing needs to be changed, that everything is perfect as it is, in its own way. It's our job to co-create reality, partnering with the divine. In the Western story of creation, on the seventh day God finished making the world, and all that was left to do was the naming of the plants and animals. In the story of creation for the Laika, on the seventh day the Great Spirit told the humans, "For I have created the planets, the stars, the butterfly, the eagle, and the whale. Truly, they are things of beauty. Now you finish it." For the Laika, creation is not complete. We must not only be the stewards of all life, but we must also finish the process of creation. Dreaming the world into being is not only a gift, it's a calling and a responsibility. If we don't answer the call, who will? Let's block ads. Why?